Hello, Senor Gringo. Alright, I'm in a slightly better mood now. I apologize if I sounded a little intense last time. This is the thing, I don't want to say like, oh, don't worry about that. I don't want to be too mild or too heavy, right? I'm trying to be accurate with this shit. So, yeah, like, it's... The things I'm telling you are to the best of my knowledge. I'm not trying to add more shit on top of it. But yeah, at the same time, I don't want to just, smooth over everything with glaze. Yeah, no, nothing's really that bad. Everything's perfectly spherical. Yeah, whatever. Maybe for someone who lives on, like, a neutron star, like, they're obsessed with things being spherical, but it's completely unrelated. What I want to do here is try to really clarify these little details. Like, there's a few little things. I'm going to do one example I want to mention now. It's the nukes. Yeah, the nukes. Yeah, a nuke's a nuke. Yeah, the nuke. This is the main thing I was freaking out about before. Because, yeah, like, a lot of what we're dealing with all this fucking digging into the rabbit hole of Cold War shit. Yeah, the nukes. There's a lot of fucking nukes. What do you know about nukes? Probably not very much. What does Grandpa know about nukes? There's a nuke! It's the bomb! That's pretty much not... here's the thing. I don't want to generalize here, because that's going to dilute things, and I don't want to agitate on top. This is the thing, the whole agitation thing, there is a point of going too far. I don't want to make... Like, I gotta be more clear about this, too. Obviously, not everyone is doing all the same shit, right? It's an insidious AIDS cancer, where it's the one cell in there that's, bad apple, whatever. So yes, some people are actual history buffs and study things. You don't have to be a fucking, professor with a corncob pipe. But even little shitbra might know more than you do by now, right? You started watching the History Channel. He's like, okay, that alien show's fucking stupid, but this guy's pretty cool. Yeah, right, exactly. See, these little shit bras can, whatever, girls, sorry, I don't know what we call them all bras, that's the whole fucking point. Don't you want to be equals? God damn. Well, Grandpa might say go to school so you can learn stuff, but then, and really, they're gonna assume you're never gonna know these things, because whatever, exactly, right? So, yeah, no, I hate to do the roast of the seniors, but I think that's probably the best way to do this, instead of going all crazy Taliban man. That's the thing, I don't want to turn into the next fucking Muslim jihadist. I'm not even a Muslim. Yeah, exactly, I'd be the Christian jihadist. It'd be a fucking crusade. And yeah, I did make a point about trying to be clear about your ethics and morals, and that's part of this, so I should very damn well be doing the same thing. So that's my first real boundary I want to draw for myself here. Not an impenetrable wall. If we have to shift it, I'll tell you. I'm just saying, yeah, that is my main ethical boundary for this, if I'm trying to be professional and actually help people. I don't want to be the next fucking Christian jihadist Taliban motherfucker. Oh, sorry, I can't even say that anymore, right? Taliban isn't, like, their official name for me in my negotiation, right? In this little fucking universe that could very well spill over into the real world tomorrow, right? That's the point. That's why people do these things. And it's not like the general's gonna get all of them. There's more than one general. God damn it, they're fighting over them. No, give me that one. I want that one. You want to buy this one for $5? Bitch, King Henry made that one. I got the King Richard version. Yeah, they want the King Richard version. So yeah, yeah. Obviously, I don't want to try fighting fire with fire, not unless it's the absolute last resort. I'm not saying I'm unwilling to, become a crazy jihadist, but as far as I understand the Muslim religion, beyond its similarities to Christianity, the reason jihad is such a serious thing, brah, if you can guess, is because it doesn't really end. That's kind of the point. And I mentioned this before, is you might think, oh, how barbaric. We have the same problem, but we never clarified that. They did clarify that. At least they knew what they... Not everyone, but the people who made that decision, they knew how heavy of a decision it was. We are like, yeah, oh, the bomb, yeah, whatever. Yeah, the bomb, right? There's a lot of half-assed decision-making going on, which I hope, you can understand the whole extreme negligence, and Grandpa, you fucked up everything. That's basically what that means. Might not be your grandpa, mine are dead, but, like, yeah, one of these old fuckers, it's the one who is the most egotistical about I know everything, and y'all gotta listen to me, and hey, I understand if you got some fucking insight, so you well, brah, no one's heard this before. That's the real, I don't want to say the real hipster douchebag, oh, I figured it out! I figured out the hipster douchebag's motive. He wants to be the most interesting man in the universe. I know, I should have figured that out in the first place. But yeah, like that guy, literally in that commercial, the fucking 50-year-old dude at the bar drinking his XX Corona, whatever, he's like, yes, I just came back from Persian temple somewhere. You know what? That guy probably does know something about that temple that no one knows. Don't take it too far, okay? You can be the most interesting man in Spain, but not the whole universe, right? Don't let it go too far. I'm going to try to avoid that. So yes, that wannabe most interesting, the hipster douchebag version of the most interesting man in the Spain, which might be your grandpa. I hope that makes sense. The only practical example, and I do gotta do, like, more, I don't say digging, like, I do have to do some Googling, but no, I'm not gonna just fucking compile a Google report about this. I gotta link together the things I already know, basically, and whatever else people can say. Yeah, exactly, right? Basically, yeah, it's this half-assed decision-making process, and yeah, the nukes were the biggest example, because when you think about this, there's gaps in history books, of course. Here's the first big one I noticed, right? This is the thing. I still read the history book, and you fucking highlight the gap, and then you go somewhere else, and you figure out what might fit there, and all the shit all the time, right? You don't, got it, hopefully. So yeah, when you hear this, and it's like, wait a minute, I was like, wait, hold the fucking presses. How did this happen? How did Crazy Grandpa become the Admiral? You know, you might be thinking, isn't Admiral a crazy grandpa? He's grandpa, but he's not crazy grandpa. There's supposed to be a million fucking measures in place to prevent crazy Abe Simpson from actually being a real admiral, you know what I mean? And like, oh, I can see this happening a long time ago, though. No, straight up. Before computers, oh yeah, good thing we have Google. Yeah, obviously there's ups and downs. On one hand, but not every hand, this must have been a long chain of negligence. This could even be like, I don't want to say corruption, but like, you know, certain people have less standards. Yeah, some people are corrupt in the sense that they're not gonna, yeah, they're willing to bend the rules and maybe bribed or whatever, but that's extreme. The further you take it, the less plausible it becomes, just like any conspiracy theory, unless you can cover the points as you cover them. If you just keep guessing and guessing and guessing, you're gonna end up at the lizard orgy. Yeah, well, if you were hoping to be let in, dope. If you didn't know what you were looking for, get the fuck out. So yeah, this is the preview of this is my lesson plan. This is why I gotta drag all these old fuckers back to school. No, we're not going to kindergarten. We're going to war college. And if you're all gung, oh yeah, you know, back in World War II, god damn it, you better ace this fucking class or at least get a B+. If you're one of them, fucking talking about the war, grandpa, god damn, you better know what the fuck you're talking about in this class. Yeah, I remember my Spartan boot camp, not Spartan, fucking Roman boot camp thing. It's all about negligence, man. If you're that negligent, that's what it's all about. I guess I'll just throw this in there before I get too sidetracked. If you're sitting there wondering what the point of this is, how's this gonna help? God damn it. Pretty much every situation anyone has ever encountered in all of human history, and it's like, if only we knew more. Yeah, if only we had the insight of knowledge. Yes, it's better to learn and to know than to... God damn it, I hope you understand why knowing this might be important to stopping wars. You think knowing less about war is gonna help us prevent it? You're gonna start banging a stick against the wall, Sergeant! Sergeant! Yeah, that's where that fucking goes. But if you go back and watch that video, you might think fucking, yeah, the drill sergeant might be nodding his head like, yeah, sorry, I can't, that list of protocol, yeah, it's like wrapping around you like a mummy, isn't it? God damn, most interesting man in Spain might find you in a fucking tomb somewhere, but hey, when he unwraps you and he's still alive, because that's the one real crazy lizard conspiracy theory, see what I mean? At least that made sense. You gotta think about these dumb conspiracy theories. And then, of course, you might think, well, fuck, why can't we just, you know, get rid of all the weapons and stop all the wars? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here, brah. And hey, if you got a better way and like, yeah, you know what? Better idea, I mean method, like beyond an idea, like follow through with that plan. Are you gonna go around the whole world making everyone nice? Fucking get going, that's what missionaries do. Yeah, people don't like them very much. They start crusades and jihads. Oh my god, man, right? You gotta, that's why. That's negligence. It doesn't matter how good you are. You could be fucking Ned Flanders. You know what? Ned Flanders is a smart guy. He actually knows a lot of shit. Right? So yeah, please, I'm trying to be clear. I'm not saying there's no other way. This is just the only method I've come that is in full fruition in my head for many unique reasons, right? I happen to be someone who knew these things before they became classified, right? And in a way, it's kind of my responsibility to do this. I would think, if you're one of those conspiracy nuts, you better be happy about me doing this instead of like, what the fuck? It's like, dude, I'm the guy you're Googling, right? Holy fuck, bro, that's come to the Google Gulag. Oh man, I know, I gotta fucking plan this whole place out. I'll draw a whole facility. Yeah, totally, man. Dude, I could probably design it on a fucking, like a Core or one of those programs. Yeah, I'll build the Google Gulag in Core. Anyway, I'll do that later. I'm not gonna do that yet. So yeah, before we start War College here, it's mostly going to be technical shit. And yeah, no, like what the difference between different nukes. And oh, what's the difference? You're going to need to know the difference. And if you don't, I will never, we cannot trust their opinion on these things if they don't know anything about it, right? Come on, that has to be simple enough. Just because, like, well, here's the thing, even if oh yeah, he was actually there and saw it. Well, if he doesn't remember anything or doesn't know anything about it, if he wasn't paying attention or was too distracted, maybe he was injured, there's a million things, right? It's like you today. Maybe 50 years from now, they're like, oh, you were alive in 2010. You'd be like, yeah. What can you tell me about the communist 9/11 regime? You'd be like, oh, yeah, right? It's like, just because you were alive at the time doesn't mean you knew a lot about it or remembered. Hey, they could have physical brain damage from a concussion, from a grenade. There could be a legitimate fucking reason. Again, Doesn't matter if you're good or righteous. If you're negligent, for any reason, it will cause these problems, and that's why it's such a problem. And I have to say, there is a big fallacy in our society, ales of society. What matters is what the intention, right? Yeah, his heart was in the right place. My God, no. I'm not, like... This is the thing, it's complicated. You can't demonize it or preach it. It's right in the middle, right? You gotta stop and think every fucking time. That's why I write shit all over my shields, like, oh yeah, all the shit all the time, right? Yeah, exactly. What if I got hit in the head 5 seconds ago? At least I'll remember. And it's not like I always do that, but that's where I start, because it's usually where it is. And then you start trimming away, okay, it wasn't him or him, but these 8 guys, yeah, right? If you start from, whose side are you on? Yeah, you've already lost the war. And I guess, in a way, this is one of those self-evident, self-apparent things. Maybe not all the evidence, but this should be self-indicating, in that if you're still sitting there thinking this is splitting hairs, like, really, this nuke or that nuke, ooh, this one blows up more? Yeah, this one blows up more. Should I use the big nuke or the small nuke? Just don't use any of them. This is the thing, you're gonna get caught in this endless loop, and then when it comes down to it, you're gonna end up using all of them, or all, right? It's just like I would never kill a child. I would never put pubic hair all over my face. Eventually, you're gonna have to make a decision. And if you're frantically panicking and get to pick the kid over the pubic hair, right? It's like, fuck, man. That's how, not always, but that type of negligence can turn the best person with the best intentions into the fucking hipster douchebag who ends up being more dangerous than someone like Hitler or Chairman Mao, right? Those guys had some good intentions, but right, it's like, my God, that negligence will fuck you every time. And it's funny, too, because I think this is sort of based on, like, some Christian philosophy. I don't know, again, much about the Muslim version. Feel free to fill me in. Obviously, truth and justice, these are all parts of Christian theology, and truth is probably number one. That's the sword of Jesus, motherfucker. You know what his sword is? It's the truth. It's his tongue. He never lies, yet he always... That's the thing, it's like a lawyer almost. I know what you mean, but like a good ethical lawyer. It's like, I can weasel my way through any conversation, not me, but like without actually lying to you. I don't actually have to deceive you. I just have to be smarter than you, right? It's like you're just too dumb to realize it. That's the thing. That's what he does. And like, yeah, as far as I understand, like, the Lord can help you find the truth, but you still have to fucking get off your ass and be King Richard. You gotta put some work into it. That you gotta make the choice, right? You gotta reach for this one or that one. So I think some people get this weird modernized idea that as long as you're a good person, it doesn't matter what you do, basically. Yeah, you've seen it. You've seen it everywhere, and that even has people hating churches. Yeah, you're wondering, well, yeah, this is why. It's because you simplified it and neglected the shit out of it. Neglected the shit out of it. Literally. And yeah, people are just thinking like, well, God will help me when Dude, I opened a door for you and you walked right fucking past it, right? Now you're negligent and go right down to Diablo's fucking lizard orgy. And yeah, I mean, that's a perfect inverse for that. I know there's no Satan in the Bible. That's why I fucking said Diablo. It's completely different. Get a fucking Latin Bible. Right? Learn Latin. God damn it. Anyway, study Luther first and you'll know what I'm talking about. Straight up, Google Luther, watch a 2-hour video, and you'll know more about this than anyone who preaches to you about this. Like the Luther church? Yeah, like the Lutheran church. God damn, you know what words mean. Fucking got a point for that, kid. I hope you can understand why knowing things... Right? It's like, that's what, if you're all Christian, like, gotta be good, that's what he's trying to do, man. It's like, yo, here's the book of the truth, right? Holy fuck, dude. Even if it's fucked up now, it's like, that should be what you want, is to, seek the truth. No one's gonna, the guy handing it to you on a silver platter is Diablo. That's the whole fucking point. That's what he does. The shyster douchebag lawyer. The fucking straight up, the hipster douchebag lawyer who's actually smart enough to do it right, basically. And Jesus is the one that's actually good enough to do it the other way. That's the metaphor, right? The whole symbology of all that shit, as far as I know. So yeah, and like, again, that's why it can be dangerous to fall down too far down certain rabbit holes where you do end up wholeheartedly, fervently, religiously believing in the lizard men. Oh my God, man, be careful with that one. What if it's a fucking goat man? He'll be pissed. Good luck. Yeah, we gotta explain that to the goat people. They're like, oh my God, this whole time. Racist you're gonna look? I hope it's obvious that if I walked into your church and started asking about sexy sweaty bitch and shit like that, they'd fucking kick me out in 2 seconds. Or the priest would be like, bro, no, you gotta, let's talk back here for a minute. One of the two. I've talked about this before. I still have a great interest in the philosophy for many reasons. One being, we still follow it. So yeah, again, if you know, right? And again, it's kind of like the fucking Lotus Assassins or any other mystical folklore. A lot of it's still based on things people saw, like Grandpa seeing World War II back in the day, but maybe not all the details are perfectly lined up. Yeah, exactly. I was a German cabaret dancer in a fucking, one of those fucking burlesque clubs somewhere. Shit can get all, fuzzy in the mind of an 80-year-old man. So, I'm just saying, if you can acknowledge that, fuck, at least you're not negligent. Sorry, another perfect example was the Cold War sim. When it came down to it, in my simulation, the most dangerous country was France. And there's reasons, you can look back, we'll talk about it, but that's why you can't just go on a morality scale. Okay, who's the worst? America, really, but, right? That doesn't necessarily mean you have to kill them first. We needed their help to deal with everything else first. And then when they start cleaning up all their messes, it's like, oh shit, you actually fix some of your problems sometimes. It's better than fucking a lot of people, man. How many people do you know who actually fix any of their mistakes? I'm not saying they do all the time, I'm just saying, like, there is a fucking difference between the hipster douchebag who has literally never lifted a finger in his life, but at least he's a nice guy, and whatever, he's kind of, sly enough to slither into the background and of the crowd of uncertainty, and whatever. We're not really allowed to blame anyone for anything anymore, except for America. Yeah, right, that's why that pisses me off. Hey, if you got a legitimate argument, that's fine, but if you're so gung-ho on the racism, and well, it's not a race, and yeah, exactly, like, god damn it. Negligence, fucking Diablo, man, he'll shove his finger into any hole he can find. Yeah. I mean, I guess my point is, whatever. if you're trying to be a good person, hey, so am I. So in order to be a good person, I gotta fucking slow down and go through all my notes and fucking make sure I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not saying I'm not making mistakes or lacking some information, but I guess the difference between, like, the negligent or non-negligent here is I will try to clarify the things I don't understand or don't know yet and say, yeah, if you're a Muslim and you know more about that part, fucking tell me. I'm not gonna pretend I read the Quran or something. Oh, I Googled it for 5 minutes. And yeah, people do shit like that, and it's like, that's so much worse. Because, yeah, you're not just misinformation, but it's like, and the thing is, when people think of misinformation, oh, it's the government. Yeah, the government, and fucking your aunt and your grandma and you and fucking whatever. Anytime you need to lie to someone because you're not a very good lawyer, and then, hey, Diablo offered me this. Oh, man. Doesn't mean you're going to hell right away. Oh, fuck, he's got time. I got all day to dick around. Yeah, he's patient, man. Don't fucking think he's gonna rush in on that one. I guess that was one of the first things I tried to, warn people about in the sim there is, yeah, man, if it comes down to a bunch of big tough guys knocking on your door asking for a negotiator, yeah, even if he's not the best negotiator, make sure he's fucking not negligent, man. Do not send some hipster douchebag who's gonna fucking lie and make shit up and be like, yo, there's a bunch of guys hiding in the woods. Yeah, we're so tough. I'm not saying I didn't lie about anything. You know what? I am gonna come clear about this now because someone's gonna say it. I'll let you guys in on a secret, all of y'all. Canada's not actually that cold. A lot of it is, I know, right? Oh, what? It's half and half, man. Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah, certain winters, yeah, is it gonna be that winter? Right. It's not like it's always sub-zero, but yeah, any one of them could. You're fucking gambling every time, right? We have some night, fuck, global warming's a slow process. That's gonna take, I'm not saying don't worry about it, I'm just saying it's not gonna melt tomorrow. I'm just saying, yeah, it fluctuates. It's not always like, yes, we get longer summers, shorter summers, longer winters. I'm sure the real general with his real advisors is asking that right now. Weather patterns, like, fucking, when is the longest summer, right? That's how you do that. Instead of just, if you just believed what I said last time, glad I clarified that. No, yeah, guy in Texas, get a really good weatherman, really scientist who can tell you exactly where your longest gap of summer is gonna be. That's your opportunity, right? And then you're like, dude, did I not explain why this is important? Should I lie again? I wonder why no one trusts us. Oh man, it's the only way to make real relationships like this, real friendships, instead of your fucking bullshit friendships on the internet, right? I'm not saying all of them are, but those are the bullshit ones. And before the old folks wag their finger at you because of the internet, we've seen bullshit friendships like this, all of Canada's allies, like the Dutch and the French, yeah, all those allies, you should give them a call, be like, hey bro, what's going on? They'll be like, who the fuck are you? Right? They might like the goofy tourists who go there spending lots of money. Yeah, I'm sure they like them. I mean, if you're a negotiator, military, anything, government, they'll be like, oh boy, to them it's a chore. It's like when you're at work and someone calls you, I gotta do this now. I mean, it's always like that, but there's nothing close to Buddy Bra going on there. Maybe, and this is the thing, England is borderline. I would like to be on good terms with the British because we are very similar to them too. We are British Americans. So yeah, like, it's not even that they're better, it's just we're very compatible, right? I could imagine fucking setting up a new UK in the Yukon or whatever, man. You guys want half the Yukon? If you can run it well, fuck, it might be worth it. You never really know. Like, yeah, and again, it's not morality scale. Okay, who are the best people in the world and who are the worst people in the world? I don't know, bitch, you gonna tell me? I don't fucking know. You got anything else to say about it? Right. And yeah, it's important to judge morality, definitely. I'm not gonna go fucking... Of course I do. It's part of the graph, it's part of the scale. It can be a very heavy piece on the scale. It's a big fucking heavy lead ball. Bam! Yeah, the morality's way too heavy for that one, right? Like the Agent Orange. Agent Orange, man. That we're gonna get back to this, and oh yeah, you know what? You might know some about it. Some of you are probably thinking, thank God someone's finally explaining this properly. I'm gonna do my best. Because yeah, oh, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. It is really bad. Well, so are nukes. Yeah, they're bad, but not that bad. What? Yeah, exactly. You have to distinguish these things. Because if you're just gonna keep going back to nuke's a nuke, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Hipster douchebag bullshit. I'm not saying you can't do that, but those are people that we cannot trust as advisors, as advice. Like, oh yeah, no, sorry, just, bullshit talk about lizard orgies all day. If you find one, let me know, but like, you probably could if you were a biologist, right? Come on. And yeah, so yeah, we are going to have to go to War College and learn the tactical efficiency of various types of weapon platforms. And my God, man, it's kind of dorky, but it's kind of like a Star Wars movie. God damn it, I will use Star Wars references and show you why Star Wars is basically the colonial civil war in space and why they would get slaughtered by this fucking trio of badasses here, because when their super weapons don't work anymore. Hell, we got some super weapons, yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll do a little philosophy class on the side in this college, and yeah, as opposed to morality class. No, I'm going to call it philosophy class. I'm not going to tell you what to believe. All I'm going to say is what I've said before. I don't care what you believe. Even if you're my enemy, we could become friends, right? Exactly. The negligence, once again, and the ability to, like, communicate these things. If I know why you're pissed off, it's a lot easier to understand what you're doing, right? The crux of the philosophy class here is... Sure, you've heard something like this. I'm going to clarify my end of it too. Movies and, oh yeah, video games. Hey, trust me, I play a lot of video games. I watch movies too. I do, yeah, we're going to have to dissect this because of how it is a factor here, and we're going to have to fucking put it behind us. Obviously, it's not real. On the other hand, pretty much all of it is based on something. You can't go all or nothing. You can't demonize or, put it on a pedestal. You gotta go in the middle. Some are better than others. Some are much more accurate than others. That fucking famous drill sergeant scene is probably the most inaccurate drill sergeant you'll ever see in your life. Fucking watch Tigerland instead. It's like, fuck, you know what I mean? Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, no, fuck that movie. It's a fucking pansy faggot movie, man. Okay, oh, dude's hardcore. Go to a real boot camp. Oh. Once again, it's hipster douchebag. It's, yeah, well, it's not real, it doesn't really matter, it's just a movie, just a game. Right, and then people end up basing a lot of their morality and judgment on these things. And even getting in... Right, but again, it's not good or bad, it's each situation. I did learn a lot from playing video games. Like, well, it's... right? They do war games in the military, so yeah, but it's a game can have real consequences, right? Think a casino, right? Games can have very real consequences. You ever played a sex game with your wife's girlfriend? Oh god, man, no, I haven't, but yeah, games can have real consequences. Oh boy, man. Really, in my mind, I want to define this, really, and a game is just a competition of wits, really. It's you and me on the chessboard. Yeah, instead of outside punching each other. No, I'm gonna prove I'm smarter than you. Let's fucking play a game of chess. That's basically what that is. The chessboard isn't real. You might learn something from it, but hey, people do this in business, people do this in politics, people do, right? Yeah, it has very real effects on the world we live in. So to just say it, you can say, sure, it's a game. To say it doesn't matter, I hate to say, that's pretty much the wrong answer to everything. All the shit all the time, that's the opposite philosophy. That's the hipster douchebag, nothing anytime philosophy. So fuck yourself, bro. Go hang out at the lizard orgy with Diablo. Just don't say I didn't warn you when you walk away broke and still didn't get laid and they just took everything and all. I mean, they fucked you, but you didn't get to fuck anyone. Yeah, exactly. Example here is the World War II movies and the World War II games. You've probably seen a lot of World War II movies, maybe too many World War II movies. The reason that it upsets me is, oh, Nazis, Jews? Yeah, that is. That's all you know about it. Do you know about Stalingrad? Do you know about Dunkirk? Do you know about Midway? Buh! You see, if you played video games, right? I was at Midway in a video game. But I know exactly what happened. Was it 3 carriers against 5? We almost lost World War II in the Pacific around Hawaii at the Battle of Midway, but fucking Chester Nimitz, motherfucking hardcore-ass motherfucker, like, just fucking sank 5 Japanese carriers because he's a really smart guy. Not because he punched them, but because he was way smarter than them. So, if you can't add anything to that, oh, one guy in the audience is like, oh yeah, oh man, they had the Corsairs, yeah. If you know anything else about that, it's like, okay, you know what's up. If you don't, That means this is even more pathetic. I learned more from playing one video game than you have in your whole life of whatever the fuck you do to learn things, and it's real information. So please prove me wrong. Go ask your other friend who you know it was, Air Force guy, whatever. You'll be like, yeah, that Corsair, man. Oh yeah, I love that thing. I don't know, man. I know this might sound weird, but as far as paying respects to my veterans, in my mind, that's the best I could have done. I saw it through his eyes. I didn't fucking, I saw it in a movie. No, I partook in the battle as a fucking robot. I didn't feel any pain. I died a lot, but I didn't feel it. I got the Terminator advantage, but hey, the information, man. I saw what he went through. Literally every fucking step of the trip. Every step through the jungle, man. It's still nerve-wracking. It can still make you nervous, and it can still piss you off when you lose, and you can still feel like you got betrayed, and at the end you're like, God damn, that was quite an experience. An experience, right? Not someone told me something once. And then, like, because you know what? Hey, maybe the expert's gonna be like, actually, it was 4 Japanese carriers and a destroyer. Holy shit, man. Right? We're learning. We're fucking using our brains now. If you have the maturity of this 10-year-old homebra who is able to acknowledge that, yes, it's a game, but we can still treat it like a war, and then when war comes around, we'll be a lot better at this game than they are. Because I hate to say it still is a battle of wits with very real consequences. War games. This simulation I'm doing, it's just like me playing the Battle of Midway. Someone simulated it with their real history knowledge. Guy who had the history book, had an advisor, find someone who actually knows about it. They help you design this simulation. You play the simulation, and hey, yeah, it's a simulation. But if you want to learn about it, right? And going back to the World War II movies, yeah, they finally started making more realistic World War II movies in like the 80s, or yeah, right? From the 40s to the 70s, it was, fucking burlesque show, German cabaret musical numbers and comedies and shit. Think about that. That is the popular media that these old folks grew up on about the Nazis and the Jews. Which is worse, playing the fucking game that taught me about the Battle of Midway and Stalingrad and Dunkirk and the Battle of Britain and fucking all of World War II, pretty much? Oh my god, man. I'm not claiming to be a morally good person because of this. All I'm saying is my reverence to those veterans is I saw every step of all of those battles. Not from every perspective, but as one soldier, average Joe Dirt in the trenches. Not fucking the movie where every single person is a lieutenant. You know what I mean? Lieutenant? Yeah, lieutenant. Where's the lieutenant? Oh, fucking god. Do you know any other ranks, man? God damn it. Where's the sergeant major? Where's the fuck? Oh my god, right? I thought the sergeant was in the drill camp. I thought he was a 5-star general. Yeah, misinformation, man. Holy fuck. Old saying up in Canada like that about too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Yeah, no, you need some of the guys on the ground, man. There's only one chief in each group, man. So, right? Imagine a group of chiefs with no Indians. It's a joke up here. I hope you get it. Yeah, I'm sure at least one person is thinking, yeah, but you didn't actually feel it, and yeah, well, neither did you, right? So, I mean, you can't claim to have done better at me than that, and to say it's all the same, it doesn't matter. Fucking hipster douchebag. My god, there must be one veteran alive from, like, Vietnam or something. Ask him, like, whatever, just straight up, brah, like, fucking at least I saw most of it, not all of it, but god, like, the point is, you're thinking, yeah, the horrors of war. What about the fucking boring fucking sitting in a foxhole for a year? You don't see that in movies, unfortunately. That's the part you don't see, and that can be more psychologically damaging than the one battle. I mean, yeah, that's pretty fucked, too. And more battles and more battles. This is the thing. The big epic battle scene, and like, wow, the horrors of war. Yeah, horrors of war. The thing is, they go through similar shit on a smaller scale frequently between that. And you see, most people, most humans are quite resilient. You can do almost anything to a person and they can pull through. Unless you keep doing it over and over and over. There's a great metaphor about your lawn. Yeah, walking on your lawn. Some people are like, oh, don't walk on that part of the lawn. Yeah, right? If you keep stepping on the exact same part of your lawn, like right outside your door or something, you'll notice the grass that grows there is kind of shitty. Yeah, no, the nice grass is the grass people don't keep fucking walking on, right? So when you step on the grass, you move your foot away, nothing is nothing. You keep fucking hammering your foot in there, and eventually there's no more grass. And it's basically like a human mind or whatever. Yeah, we can endure almost anything, unless you keep grinding those fucking gears for years. Gears of war, yeah, whatever, I was gonna say gears for years. Anyway, the point is, that is the horror of war you will never see in a movie, simply because they don't have enough time. They have enough time for an hour and a half of Hollywood bullshit, and then a 20-minute, like, epic battle scene, and then you get to see the lieutenant dodge all the bullets. It's like, what the fuck? Some movies do have great battle scenes. That's pretty much it. That is most of what you'll get, is a very close look at the horrors of war. You're not feeling it, just like I didn't, But yeah, and I hate to put it this way, if you really want to get nitpicky douchebag lawyer about this, all you did was sit in a chair and passively watch it. You could have covered your eyes, you could have walked to the bathroom, or you turned away at any second. When I played that game, nothing happened unless I made it happen. I had to push forward. If I stopped and went to the bathroom, nothing happens. I can't wait for that scene to be over. No, you gotta go through all of it, and if you fuck up, you gotta do it again and again until you fucking win, and then you won. Not them winning, you know what I mean? So no, you did not win World War II, they did. So yeah, that one scene in Saving Private Ryan, yeah, it made some people throw up. It made some actual veterans get PTSD flashbacks. That is some very real shit. It's a small slice of the pie, but hey, you want a quick little snapshot of how bad it can get? Yeah, watch first scene of Saving Private Ryan. The rest of the movie is kind of whatever, but the first scene. Another good example, I think, is Pearl Harbor. Yeah, trust me, Hollywood bullshit. My God, it was borderline insulting. Apart from the fact that they at least showed us a little bit of the Japanese side, which we hardly ever saw. I really appreciated that they actually showed us a little bit of the Japanese guys drinking their sake first, and I don't know what they were saying, but at least give them faces. And hey, I hate to say it, you know what a lot of me doing this sim is here? I just wanted you to see these guys they're humans, they have faces, they're people. This is like the biggest thing that pissed me off about like my mom's bullshit is like, yeah, she's basically the most racist person I know, even though she's really nice and everyone right? Doesn't matter how nice, she's a good person too, but she's horribly racist. She may tolerate them for short periods of time, right? It's like you'd rather put pubic hair on my face. Oh man, I don't know what it's probably so many different things. You would probably need the FBI and all the psychiatrists together to figure that out. You guys can do that. I'm just saying, yeah, all it takes is for you to see that Buddy Bra is actually a person and not a fucking robot like Terminator Man, like, you know what I mean? Unless it's a movie about the robot man, and then it's like, oh, he's more human than the characters. Yeah, and this is where we're capping this off. Superman, X-Men, superheroes. If you're worried about ISIS brainwashing your children, stop taking them to Marvel movies. And, I understand if you're one of these older nerds. I used to work with one of these guys, okay? I used to work with a guy, he was a legit comic book nerd. Not the crazy kind, but no, he actually read, like, most of the X-Men comics. And we'd talk about it, he'd be like, yeah, man, there's this really cool one. I get it, and there's some really cool, neat stories in there. Like, a lot of weird sci-fi stories, like, you know. The movies are nothing like that. It's pure fan service in the sense that all they need is the image, the character, whatever. Character, shouldn't even call it that. Problem is, if you want to talk about glorifying, like playing video games, glorifying war, treating it like a game. Oh, no, fucking Captain Marvel motherfuckers, like, no, those guys. That is the biggest insult to any of our veterans I could think of. Captain America in World War II, fucking Iron Man in the Afghanistan Gulf War crisis. Oh, dude, he's gonna beat up all those, fucking killed all the terrorists. Yeah, buddy. I'm sure they'd be making goofy, oh my God. The scene where the guy's like, oh my God. Dude, Binder would have been fucking grabbing 800 grenades right when that was happening. He probably still would have died in real life. I can't remember which Iron Man movie it was, but yeah, he gets captured by terrorists and they want him to build their weapons of mass destruction, and he builds an Iron Man suit. They are sitting in a warehouse surrounded by explosives and grenades and C4 and rockets and preparing to create suicide bomb weapons. And then Iron Man breaks out of his cage. Beep! Boom! That whole fucking building would have exploded and that Iron Man would have died right there in real. If that was real, he wouldn't have made it past the first movie, basically. Yeah, no, I have to say, this is probably one of the bigger, like, factors of fucking up people's judgment about this. And, yeah, it's just a movie. Exactly! Hipster douchebag's gonna flop his floppy dildo all over it. So, no, you can never take it seriously until it has really serious consequences. So, I'm sorry. Once again, negligence. You might think you're a good, morally responsible person by, it's all fake. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, man. You could fucking literally be madly in love with every human on the planet. That's probably the weirdest psychological I couldn't even imagine. The psychiatrist had a heart attack thinking about that. Sorry, bro. Your friend, yeah, he's like best friends with a surgeon. Fuck yourself, you can get a best surgeon to help you with that. Alright. Yeah, War College. We're gonna cover that morality shit in philosophy class. We're gonna cover technical details of weapons platforms, so that when people ask you, is this weapon too much? Well, you might actually know. Like, because this is the thing that pissed me off before, sorry, is what got me freaking out. Apparently, or allegedly, I don't know, according to fucking whatever, those history books, there's enough gaps in this that I don't understand how, the people, it's like they didn't want to use the nukes. Who the fuck cares what you think, buddy? Are you the general? Do you know what a nuke is? No. Why are they allowed to make these decisions? Did they vote against it? I have never, ever had the opportunity to vote for whether a certain weapon was usable or not. I know they have, like, the Geneva... Yeah, we'll get back to the Geneva Convention and little shit, brah, waiting in the UN there. Hey, he's good at waiting, man. You keep it up, brah. You're in the fucking UN right now. Oh, my God. People do vote on things like this, like there have been votes to ban certain weapons. I know, that weapon's illegal. You should know better by now. People still use them. The point of that etiquette is now you can't be buddy bras with us. That's what that means. Show, oh, what, yeah, you probably get half of it, but hopefully this brings it all together. Sure, making a flamethrower tank bigger than a certain size, etc. Yeah, right, you can have small ones, right, for demolition. Exactly. We create these guidelines. All it means is, if you want to be home bras with us, y'all gotta keep in the guidelines. You start going Agent Orange Jihad, we gotta help these guys get out of the jihad. That's the whole part of this. We gotta help America get out of their shithole. We gotta help China get out of their fucking problems. Yeah, we all got problems, buddy, and we're all gonna help ourselves, each other with them. And if that's not fucking peace and unity and brotherly love, then god damn it, this hippie fantasy is totally the opposite of what I thought it was gonna be, man. So yeah, the next segment, it's going to be, you know, modern current war college, as best as I understand. This is the thing, right? Like, I'm sure a lot of people out there do know quite a bit, and yeah, if you're already taken some classes in this, or you know, in any manner, way, shape, or form, even if it's from a video game, you might know more than a guy who went to college and didn't do jack shit because he was a hipster douchebag and someone else paid for it, and all he did was jerk off talking about how he's in college now and, you know, pretending to play a guitar and shit. You know, there's been legitimate scientific studies. I don't know if this is beside the point or not. They get 20 different guys, roughly the similar looking age, whatever. Give half of them guitars, and half of them no guitars. They go talk to ladies on the beach. Oh yeah, brah. Just carry around a guitar. It doesn't even matter if you can't play it. Think about that, ladies. There was also studies where they took a bunch of bimbo ditzy girls with, you know, no shirts. Yeah, you know, that wasn't really a study. Sorry. Yeah, I get it. Okay, fair enough, lady. You're right. Bunch of ditzy bimbos and wet t-shirts, probably gonna get a little more attention than, you know, a girl who looks like a secretary. However, if it came down to choosing who you're gonna spend more time with and trust and be, you know, anything, right? I'm not gonna trust those bimbos with jack shit. At least I know you're a good bookkeeper, right? Like, think about these things, please. Final little capper. The hipster douchebag demon lord has crawled out of his mausoleum once again. In the future, he's like the Neo fucking robot android version. Oh yeah, modern weapons, dude. They got like the Star Wars laser super project. Oh brah. Yeah, tell me all about this thing, man. I want to build one of these Star Wars laser super weapon things, man. Fucking yeah. Well, yeah, it was all alien. Okay, if it's all alien technology, well, you clearly know something about all this alien technology. Yeah, well, you know, so they just gave us a bunch of technology? Well, no, they totally control everything. Then why would they give us all this technology? Is it our platform or theirs? Why does it look like human technology? Well, you know, it's, yeah, everything's crazy. Like, everything's so much, okay, so, yeah, everything's so complicated that no one could ever understand it. Right. So you understand it. Are you an alien? Yeah, oh, okay. Should call someone. Just wait here for like half an hour. I gotta go call a friend of mine. Yeah, what I'm gonna do for that is I don't know. I'll try to be realistic, and you know, a lot of this I've spent a lot of my life thinking. Oh yeah, between playing video games and talking about, had people bitching to me about war and weapons and nukes, and oh my god, man, yeah, I've spent a lot of my life thinking about weapons. I know, right? I'm trying to make peace. Yeah, brah. Information, knowledge, truth. I want to defeat them. If you want to defeat weapons, you need to be smarter than the people using them. What I'm going to say is, yeah, I don't know, I talked about this before with, like, bank shootouts and cops with shotguns against guys with assault rifles, and unfortunately there are so many little technical nitpicky details. We don't have to know all of them, but there's a few key things to start with, and thing is, you can start drawing your own conclusions. Once you know that most rifles are better at longer range than a shotgun, anytime you hear about a shotgun, your brain will go, yeah, that's the short range. You can make them a little longer, but no, like, right? There's different classes of weapons that do different things, and again, if you're gonna hipster, well, whatever, boy. Go watch the fucking German Nazi sex movie, and you'll, yeah, whatever, I don't know. At least you're doing something. We'll cover that a bit more in the philosophy too, but I guess my point is, that fair, okay, I respect neutrality as long as you also respect the same neutrality, and I respect, yeah, if you don't care and you want nothing to do with it, fair enough. You can even watch this just for jokes, whatever. But you can't That you can't hipster douchebag that. You can't flip-flop after. You can't say it doesn't matter whatever and then say, actually, here's what, like, right? How am I supposed to take that seriously? I don't know. It's like a cop turning in his badge and his gun, and then he turns around. He's like, shit, I need my badge again. Well, I gotta go arrest this guy. Oh, man. No, well, you can, but then you lose all the drama. That's what that scene is so dramatic. It's like, oh, he's not a cop anymore. Or he is? Marvel movies. Okay, no, sorry. I don't even want to get into all here. We're gonna cover that. Talk to some people. The real problem with those kind of movies, fake violence, no, it gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. What it teaches kids is, violence is violence. It's bad enough to have, I know it's not as gory. What I mean is not only not showing consequences, I get why you don't want to show every gruesome corpse, but basically making you sure you know that there are no consequences. I know, you're like, what? Think about it. Hollywood's in its own death spiral. We can talk about that later, but they have come to a point where they can't let their characters die because that's their whole business. The Marvel, no, he's coming back, right? Oh, he's coming back. Doesn't matter how many times you blow everything up, everything will be fine and everyone's still okay. Even if someone dies, they'll come back later. That is a really, really stupid thing to teach your children. So if you've taken your kid to any of those movies, shut the fuck up, you nasty, disgusting cunt. Sit the fuck down. You better fucking ace this class or you're going to the Google Gulag. You got it? You get one more chance to do this in 10 years. It's kind of like Fable where they race you around the outside. Yeah, right? That's why we get along with British people. That's, you want to build Fable here? Fucking right, brah.